Hello, friends. This is Mrs. P. Oh, goodness. I feel like I've not been around in a while. Had some of my videos pre-recorded, but, yeah, I barely even am going to be able to get this one up. Today is Wednesday. It is 8:08 p.m. And, I just got through, completing my check, going through the banking and doing all the tallying, and I am back to school, so you can tell I am completely overwhelmed with all the things that I have to do. But anyway, we are here to do my check-in for second week of August, I think, and then our plan for the third week of August. I may be off on that. I can't remember, but anyway, let's go ahead and get started. We have had the best week. We celebrated my daughter's birthday. Her actual birthday was yesterday, and I did not film anything at all yesterday. I didn't work at all yesterday. I just wanted to spend that time with my daughter. We spent 7 hours of the day sitting in the DMV. Let me just tell you, I know I've heard Carly talk about, the problems with the DMV out there in her area, which she's in North Carolina. Y'all, 7 hours waiting. It was awful. But she passed her test, so she is now a licensed, permitted 15-year-old driver. Her nerves were completely shot after waiting all day. We studied. Okay, we made friends yesterday. Everybody was helping her study for this test. She was so scared. She didn't miss a single one. Can you believe that? I can believe that because I saw her study. But she was so nervous that she was like, Mom, I can't drive after waiting like that all day. So she has yet to actually drive with her permit, but she has it. But we had a good time, and me and her watched a little chick flick last night, Where the Heart Is. Oh my gosh, that is the best movie. If you have a teenage daughter, watch that with them because it is so good. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm out of sorts, I guess. All right, so our rollover was $143.30, and then Mr. P's income came in a little bit higher. It was $1,083.93. We did not have any extra income come in, and so our total income was $1,227.23. All right, moving down, we only had one bill, and it came out for $61. And so that's all we paid this week in bills. So that left us with $1,166.23. I'm not using my erasable pens because they've lost their ink really fast. All right, so 23. All right. Going down here to this section with our savings and sinking funds, I took out $185 for sinking funds and $160 for savings. So that was $345, and that left us with $821.23. All right. And in this area, this is our variable expenses. This is everything that I keep in my wallet. I took out $150 for groceries, $20 for pets. I skipped household this week. $30 for Mr. P, $50 for Mrs. P, $15 for Miss P, $25 for eating out, $70 for gas, $40 for giving. Unbudgeted, I am going to add something in here, and technically we had budgeted for it, but we didn't budget enough for it, and that was my daughter's birthday cake. I had not actually even planned on ordering a birthday cake. I was going to make her birthday cake like I usually do, but she said she wanted cake with fondant on it, and I have never made anything with fondant, so I reached out to a lady that has made a lot of cakes for me in the past, and she did the best tasting strawberry cake with fondant on there. My daughter wanted a Star Wars themed birthday party. I know she's 15, but she loves Star Wars. So anyway, so that was $50 for the cake. Actually, it wasn't that much, but I gave a tip also because it was kind of like a last minute request. So this section was $450, and that left us with $371.23. We paid at Bank of America $60. That was the regular payment. So $60 total here, and that left us with $311. I'm sorry if you can hear my daughter barking. Not my daughter. Well, she is kind of. My dog is kind of like a daughter. My daughter is getting dropped off right now from a friend coming from church, so Millie is letting them know she's in here, and so if you hear that, that's what that is. So our buffer for the next week of our budget is going to be $311.23. That leaves us with that zero-based budget. Okay, so let's go ahead and check in with our variable expenses. You guys saw my grocery haul. I didn't spend much on groceries because I knew we had a lot of stuff. We've kind of stocked up on some stuff, but also with my daughter's birthday party, the food for that we paid out of the birthday fund. So we got groceries, and I forgot what date was that. Was that the 7th? I'm just going to put the 7th. And we got those from Walmart for $80. But I did have to go back. I ran back into Walmart on the, was it the 9th? And had to get something. I can't even remember what it was, but it was only $6. So that was our groceries. I obviously have now rounded up to the nearest dollar. Sometimes I put the actual amount, sometimes I round up, but I don't. I knew it was. I knew it was 80 and some change. It was 79 and some change. All right. So then we had pets. We got some stuff at Walmart, and that was $19. Yeah, $19. Moving into household, we didn't buy anything. Eating out. Today is what is today? The 13th? The 12th, my daughter's birthday. All right, so we spent all day in the DMV. And we had planned to actually go out to eat for her birthday, but it didn't work out to where we could like go as a family. So we just did a pizza, picked up a pizza after her cheer practice because I took her straight from the DMV and dropped her off at cheer. So Pizza Hut, I spent $10 on some pizza for her just to have some something to eat that night. Gas, we got gas twice. My husband got gas on the 9th in the truck for $45, and I got gas on the 11th in my car for $40, I think. Yep, $40. Gas is going up again. And then unbudgeted, the cake for $50. Okay, and that is all of our variable expenses. Not too bad. We're doing pretty good. I'm happy with our grocery budget. I'll have some money to put into Sam's this week. All right, so now we are going to do our budget. Let's just see here. This is week 1, week 2. So we are budgeting week 3. Okay, so let me get that ready. I've got my draft off to the side. All right, so this is going to be from 8/14 through 8/20. So August 14th through the 20th, and we're starting out with our rollover, which was $311, and then Mr. P, his income, I'm going to say $10.50, and other, we are not expecting anything else in as far as income goes. So we've got $13.61 as our income this week. All right, so we've got to pay the Google storage, which is $3. our power comes out this week. Oh my goodness, guys, our power bill. Remember when I had done my monthly overview, I didn't know what my power was, so I said it should be under 400. It was actually higher this month than it was last month. It was 457. I need to print out, because we get like an online bill. I need to print out the bill so I can really look at it and compare it with last month and see what's different. All right, Netflix is also coming out for $20. So that is a total of 480, which leaves us with 881. And we go down here to our sinking funds. And we are taking out 140. And then for our savings, 160. And so that is a total of $300, and that leaves us with 581. Okay, our variable expenses. We've got groceries. Oh, I am spelling that all wrong. Groceries, 150. Pets, 20. Household, 20. Mr. P, 30. Mrs. P, 50. Miss P, 15. Eating out, 25. Gas, 70. Giving, 40. And hopefully no unbudgeted. So that's going to be 0. So this section is $420, leaving us with 161. We are not planning any extra debt, or we don't have any debt payments this week. No extra debt. So we should have 161 to keep as the buffer in the account to roll over to week number 4, which will be the last week of August. And that will be our first week of school. And woo-wee. We have big class sizes again this year. As of right now, I have 29 in my homeroom. And each of my sections, I have 4 different sections and then 1 intervention class. And they're all, the smallest class I have is 27 right now, and she has our data manager. She has a stack of new students on her desk that she has not input into the system right now. And I was very fortunate this year. I got new desks for my classroom, but they only ordered 30. So I'm like, told my principal, I'm like, we can't have more than 30 in a class because I only have 30 desks. Or you're gonna have to buy me some more. Okay, guys, that is my budget for week 3. Hey, you guys, I am just adding this little piece in here because I forgot that I've been doing my meal plan with my grocery haul. So instead of seeing that, I am going to cut that out and add that to my grocery haul. So anyway, so this is me saying goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.